All right. From my hotel. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Got a nice Stella here.
No caffeine.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Don't
mean,
want to stay up too late.
You're gonna go to bed soon.
Why Mug is the superior root beer because it's got caffeine in it.
It don't.
Is that a nutcracker on the blanket behind you?
Yes, it's a Christmas blanket.
He's already ready for Christmas.
Yeah, fuck Halloween. Fuck Halloween.
Hey, language, sir.
Oh, sorry. Halloween sucks. So does Stella. All right. Hey, guys.
Hi.
Welcome to the... Hi.
Sorry, I just got to give you shit just for how low your battery is.
Oh, mine?
Yeah, yours.
Oh, yeah, it's always low. Hey, guys. Welcome to the Movie Podium, a weekly podcast where we collectively choose a movie to watch, and at the end of the week, we get together and talk about it. It's kind of like a book club, but for movies. We also came up with a set of questions to ask ourselves as we watch this film, such as, is this a podium role or a top 3 role for this actor? I'm your host, Matt Scott, and I'm here with my dudes, Eric.
Hello.
Daniel.
Heyo.
Dave.
What's going on?
And hello, John.
Hello, John.
Hello, John.
Hello, John.
John.
Hello, John. And without further ado, we present our next movie.
Yeah, she sounded like a leader.
I do? Oh, I do! Oh, I sound like such a leader!
And you ruined it.
Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I'm very disappointed.
Oh, we're gonna be
Really?
We're mixed on this.
I was disappointed.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't. Oh,
There
Ding,
were
ding,
parts
ding.
there were
Ring
parts
the
that I
bell.
liked about it, but as an avid, well, I don't know if I would say avid, but I loved the Ninja Turtles as a kid.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this just didn't hit it for me.
yeah,
Matt's
interesting.
wearing a turtle shirt.
I
Where's your
I
movie
have some-
podium shirt?
yeah, that's
Yes,
for
you
tomorrow.
already bailed. You already bailed on the bit.
Well, this is a very important movie. It's a
That
Turtles
is.
movie. I have the shirt, so I had to show it off. It even has a cool back.
We can.
Does it have
Oh,
a
nice.
back?
It does
Yeah,
have
that's
Cool.
Hang on.
That's
Stand
awesome.
up. No, turn around. Show me your front.
What are you doing?
Show me your front.
It doesn't have a letter.
All right, everybody. What's missing?
The letter. I know it's missing. Everybody knows that.
I knew you would know. None of them knew because all of
Colored
them just stood there blankly.
Colored belt.
I know.
It's not a cut.
not
The
colored.
belts were never colored.
They weren't?
No.
It just had
Just the
the letter of their name.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought the belts
Yes.
were colored too.
No, they're all the same color.
They did a
Okay.
cartoon, I think, to differentiate them.
Probably. Big Apple, 3 a.m. I'm very excited about this. Even though I'm not at my house right now. Thanks, work. Normally you can find stuffed animals, 4 of them, with the names Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael, and Donatello behind me. Instead, I got some weird beds. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were always my favorite fictional group of characters, from the cartoons to some of the best video games and to that first movie. The combination of ninjutsu, comedic bits, and overall likable characters, it's hard to deny the charm of the Ninja Turtles. So, what were your guys' thoughts? I know we got Dags. John, what did you think of this movie?
Yeah, I thought it was a good movie. Different take. I thought it was, the main thing I liked about it was the art style. Was
Hey, that's a question. We're not on to the questions yet. Sorry.
Okay.
General take, John.
Okay. Unforgettable.
Sweet. Awesome. Great take. So, before we get into the random ass facts, if you like this video, please ninja kick the damn subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner. And also, please check out our new website in the description for some pretty cool stuff like shirts, these koozies, which I did bring on the road.
Oh, look at that.
I also brought my shirt. You can get lots of this on the moviepodium.net. Link in the bio. You can check everywhere, Instagram, anywhere you've listened to your podcast. We're trying to reach out everywhere, so please check us out. So this movie has a 7.3 on IMDb. Take that, Dave.
I don't care what rating it has on IMDb.
That's better than Thor.
The ratings don't lie, Dave.
I actually liked it better than Thor.
I don't listen to critics. I don't care if you like the movie. And I didn't say I didn't like the movie.
I
just
know.
said it didn't hit for me.
But we're gonna pick on you.
Pick on me.
Ratings tend to start high at release and sort of moderate to.
Probably.
Yeah.
This movie just came out.
I have a random ass fact, and my random ass fact is one time when we went to the movies, we got in line. Movies. We got in line, a whole big group of us. Matt saw Turtles in Time over on the side, and he said, "Hold on, I'll be right back." He went over to Turtles in Time and completed the game before the opening previews were done in the movie.
It can be done.
Yeah.
That's
That's my random ass fact. Yeah.
Go into the like he's still playing. Is he gonna
Will he do it?
I mean,
Will he do it?
once we knew he was over there, we're like, okay, well,
He's gone.
He'll come back whenever.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
So, since there aren't a lot of facts on this, as Dave mentioned, this is a new or fairly new film. This just came out in the summer. I'm just going to drop a few facts or comparisons between the original story that you may or may not have noticed in what we saw in this film. Because I know that's a bit of contention with this film and us being a little older and growing up with a certain type of turtle. I know that can be something to talk about. So first we have April as a teenager as opposed to an adult, which I don't think is a bad switch. I think it kind of gives her more of a relation to the turtles because let's face it, in the first movie or in any of these renditions of the turtles, they are supposed to be kids or teenagers, right? That's the first name of the TMNT is teenage. So to give her part of that, I didn't mind. I thought that was fine.
Yeah, I thought that worked out really well in the movie. Actually,
Me too. It just makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, this was the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie where they actually felt like they were teenagers.
Yeah, I want to talk more on that, but I 100% agree. So, in most origin stories of the Turtles, there's a mention of Splinter being either a pet rat of Hamato Yoshi or Hamato Yoshi himself, like in the cartoons, which was a trained Japanese martial artist. Instead, in Mutant Mayhem, he is just a sewer rat that learns how to fight by watching old workout Kung Fu 80s videos. So I can't say I was a big fan of that as opposed to the background of him being, somebody watching his master sensei Hamato Yoshi. This was just him as a sewer rat watching old film, so a little different.
It was voiced by Jackie Chan.
Another beef I had with this movie.
That was one of mine. I'll say that. So
they made Splinter a bitch.
I know they did, and older too. He felt older than normal, but
yeah.
So most times Baxter Stockman himself turns into a bug mutant hybrid, not some pet fly. So that was a little different. And I didn't have much of a beef with that one. I mean, it is what it is. That doesn't matter. Baxter Stockman's a side character a lot of times, so fine. Obviously, there's no mention of Casey Jones, but I feel like there's a scene or two where they leave it on a random dude for a second, and it is a profile to match Casey Jones, but they just don't say it. Like, I think when they're watching the Ferris Bueller movie, they kind of pan out, and there's maybe a guy with that profile of Casey Jones, but they don't say anything, and you're like, okay, if they make a sequel, that's him, right? But they never elaborate on anything or say anything explicitly.
I didn't catch that, but I did catch Go Ninja, Go.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the car.
When they open the car. Yeah, that was a nice nod. And so the last thing is, if you stayed through the credits, you might have caught the only glimpse of Shredder during the whole movie. Did you guys stay for the credits?
Yeah.
By accident.
I gotta go back and watch it. Shit.
Yeah. So it's not. I mean, okay, but
I like Shredder. I want to see Shredder.
You see a side silhouette for a possible sequel that probably isn't going to happen.
Maybe. But I thought what I liked was that all the beef with this is that there's no mention of Shredder. And I actually think it's okay to have somebody be a villain to the Turtles. I mean, Batman has the Joker, but he also has other guys, right? Same with Superman.
Yeah, they made all the other villains in this movie just become good guys.
Okay, so my beef...
Wait, we're still on the random ass facts, right?
Yes.
We haven't even gotten into the questions.
So I'm just comparing the difference. So we don't see Shredder as Oroko Saki in this at all, but there's that glimpse at the end where they say, "Bring me Shredder," or Cynthia Utram, the head of TCRI, says, "Bring me Shredder." So there is a little hint of it. And again, I'm not opposed to that, but I did want to say that they added all these other characters like Leatherhead, Rocksteady, and Bebop that you usually see in a different light, where they're working with Shredder or they're their own villain. And here they kind of just lumped them all together, and I wish they hadn't done that. So there are some differences, some good, some who cares, and some bad. But just wanted to point that out for anybody who's not as aware as we are.
That'd be me.
And me.
Hello, John.
Hello, John.
Well, that goes for everything for John.
Except for disc golf.
Oh, yeah.
Well, speaking of villains, this seems like a good time for my top 5.
Oh my gosh. Before the...
You guys are getting good at this.
My top 5 is top 5 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle villains.
Oh, shit.
At number 5, I have Taka and Razor, the two villains from Secret of the Ooze, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. They are basically Bebop and Rocksteady, except they're big dumb babies. At number 4, I have the Rat King, because Rat Kings are a hilarious concept, and him being a literal king of the rats is super funny. Number 3, I have the original, Bebop and Rocksteady, because they rule. And I put them together as a team because they're almost always together as a team. Number 2, I have Krang, because he's Krang. He's a brain in a giant bodysuit. It's hilarious and awesome.
Krang.
Obviously, at number 1, I have Shredder because he's fucking Shredder, yo.
You Mark.
Wait.
Somebody better than Shredder.
Yep.
Yeah, it's got
I like that.
Prank.
Dude, I actually like that. I'm so glad that you didn't say Krang number 1. So I like that a lot. Nice job.
Thank
you. Rat King, nice.
Before we even got to the first question.
It was set up for me. I had to.
You're right. I'm not saying it was wrong. But man, this is going to be a good one, everyone.
I wouldn't say much other than Leatherhead and Turtles 3, the video game, was one of the best like scenes when the water fills up in the sprinkler heads and he comes out and starts flipping his tail around. That's another level. Anyways,
I see
before I start going
level.
Oh, when you beat him. All right. Before I get more into the weeds here, let's get into the questions. First question we have: favorite thing about the movie? Dave, why don't you go first? What's your favorite thing?
The art and the design.
Yeah, the art is incredible in this movie.
The art was awesome. Like the faces, like everything kind of had this weird abstract look, but not too far abstract. Like people, like one cheek would like be really nice and defined, and then on the other side it was like flat. It was just it was a cool art design. It reminded me a lot of like Into the Spider-Verse, like just that like
very
scratchy, like I like it. Weird to describe, but
I was trying to describe it too, and it's similar to Into the Spider-Verse, but it's not exactly the same. It's kind of more like realistic comic or something, like or like 3D or something.
The music was great.
Music.
It was like a Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack.
Yes.
Yes.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, as far as the story and plot goes, thumbs down.
That's for the next question, Dave.
Thumbs down. Daniel.
Preparing y'all.
For me, the best part of this movie was that the turtles actually felt like teenagers. Like they're trying to be cool, they're trying to be hip, just like teenagers are. Like they're using the slang, they're making pop culture references. Like they're feeling alienated because they're teenagers who are turtles. Like they actually felt like teenagers in this movie, and they did a much better job of that than they've done in any of the other stuff that I've seen. Like I haven't read the original comics or anything, but like the 80s TV show, the movies, they never really felt like teenagers. They felt like, adults who were just, karate ninjas.
Yeah, that's awesome that you say that. And I'll go and piggyback off of that because I said the same thing. I thought about taking the low-hanging fruit and saying the 80s references and vibes because that's usually what I say. But since I have a little more passion for this one, I will totally agree with you. I think it's the true feeling that these are actually teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They just want to be accepted. They want to be a normal kid with a cell phone, sneaking around with Splinter, not knowing where they are. There's so much that's relatable as a teenager that you don't see them as mutants. And they talk about that. Like, we just want to be as accepted as somebody, just a different person. And we totally do when we're watching it because of those feelings you get that they're teenagers. It feels eerily similar to another movie we recently did about teenagers, minus the vulgar aspect. It's like Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg wrote this too.
Yeah, almost.
Weird coincidence.
Yeah.
Eric, what about you?
No, my initial one was the animation style, and then Dave said it. And then my backup was the fact that they felt like teenagers. So you guys have taken both of mine. But I echo all of the sentiments.
Nice. John?
Same favorite things as you guys. I'll add about the animation style. At times it seemed like stop motion animation sometimes. But it was very different, unique from other turtles, just anything in general. So I liked it. But one favorite part I had that hasn't been mentioned yet is April O'Neil puking.
Puke girl.
Yes.
Puke girl. That was good. I like giving her a story like that.
And over exaggerated puking.
There were a lot of odes to like the old cartoon, the older like Ninja Turtle movies. So all of that stuff was cool. Seeing the initial on the belts for like the first time since the cartoon.
Yep.
Because they didn't have them in any of the other Turtles movies, and that was a big identifier in the TV show, and then all the toys that I had. Like,
yep. And all the stuffed animals that I usually have. And also to like Mondo Gecko got a reference, and some of these other characters that you only see in video games or in Mondo Gecko's case, cartoons, comics, some of the throwbacks there. You're absolutely right. The throwback stuff was really cool. It gave enough of a reference. Now, there were some things that were left out, like most Shredder, and the lack of the song was nowhere to be found. But so that leads me into least favorite thing about the movie.
They said Cowabunga once.
Oh. All right, that's also a shame. So, Eric, since we kind of stole your answer, why don't you go first? What's your least favorite thing?
My least favorite thing. I was having like I am not as well versed in the Turtles, so like I didn't really have a least favorite thing. I thought they did a really good job. I'm sure, like Dave said, like the diehards will have issues, but I just thought it was a fun watch, and I like as I was watching it, I didn't feel the need to point out something negative, I guess, which is cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Dave, what's your hot take?
I mean, is it really
not a
that
hot take.
It's not really that hot of a take. I mean,
I totally get both sides.
All of the diehard fans are gonna have the same issues with it that I had. That I think. I mean, you took every villain. Like, I mean, you could have done another TV show and stuff with this animation style and all of that, but I would have loved that. You take every villain, you make him a good guy, turn him against Superfly. They had to do the Shredder scene at the end to say, hey, it's not over. All the bad guys aren't good guys. Like, there's still Shredder out there.
There's still more.
But
yeah,
I didn't like the backstory of Splinter. One of the good parts was that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles actually felt like teenagers for the first time. Like, I feel like ever in me seeing anything Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But I mean, man, the plot of this movie just sucked.
There was. I will
Ice
give
Cube
you that.
as Superfly was really cool. Like,
yeah.
They just offloaded on cameos for all these villains that they threw into here. John Cena, Seth Rogen, Paul Rudd, is it
Paul Rudd?
Yeah, Paul Rudd.
He's Mondo Gecko.
Hannibal Buress, Gus Fring. I don't know what his real name is, but yeah, they offloaded. Maya Rudolph was in this. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. It was just it was a terrible plot.
I don't disagree.
April being like the younger person, that made sense. Like, having her have like a closer relationship with them, kind of being involved in the origins of them, finding them and everything. But yeah,
I get both sides. I'm for or against it, but I enjoyed it and I had a good time. Daniel, what say you?
My worst part of the movie was the turtles being sad. Like when they were all sad, that really bummed me out because the turtles are such fun-loving, happy dudes that like having them be sad really like I was like, oh man, like I was bummed out for the turtles, which means that they did something right at least with that characterization and stuff. That I was legitimately like bummed out for the turtles. Like, oh come on guys, it'll be all right.
You'll find a
way. Right, they're teenagers that can't get accepted or can't be accepted. So yeah, definitely relatable.
It'll get better, kids.
Sometimes. John, what about you?
Least favorite?
Yeah,
milking.
You're not wrong there. They say milking a lot.
Yeah,
they do. Milking a lot.
That was another thing. Like,
perfectly uncomfortable as intended.
This movie was obviously made for kids, but some of the things that they said to like try to make it for kids, like instead of just saying that they were drawing the blood from the turtles, they decided to call it milking them. Like that was just.
One of the turtles, like while they were clamoring about being milked, one of them says, "We don't even have nipples."
Yeah.
That was the through line. Like, you don't even have nipples. How are they going to milk you?
Right. So my least favorite thing isn't the plot, though I do agree it's not great. But I mean, we also are comparing it with when they go back in time to 1200 AD Japan, where they're fighting.
Totally makes sense. Makes more sense in this movie.
They find
makes
some
more sense in this
scepter,
movie.
Switch with 4 random Japanese dudes that are playing in an arcade.
Bebop and Rocksteady didn't turn into good guys living down in the sewer. What are you talking about?
I'm not saying it's a good plot. So it is a toss-up for me between exactly what you said about the mutants. I wish they would have not used so many. I'm okay with a couple to just tell the story that he had some of these weird characters, but you shouldn't throw Rocksteady and Bebop. You shouldn't throw Leatherhead. Maybe just a couple of the other guys that are like Mondo Gecko would be a wizard that you could have. You're not having a crocodile in your house anyway, in your one room apartment, so you might as well not use them. But I would love to see more of these movies or seasons, but you kind of did run your course there, and so now you are left with Shredder and Krang, which I'm sure they'll get into. But I will say, to counter that, I do like this better than the whole origin story of the Turtles being aliens, which is another story that's going around in the cartoons. I don't like them being aliens. Krang being from Dimension X is whatever, fine, but not the Turtles.
Was that the TMNT plot?
Yes, there was that, and then the newest 2 movies, there was some alien references.
That's the one I was thinking of, like the James Cameron ones.
Yes,
was it James Cameron? Yeah.
I don't know if he actually directed, but
one of the big
style.
blockbusters.
Michael Bay did. Michael Bay did one.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
They're all the same at that point.
It was like the reboot.
James Cameron,
it was like the reboot in 2014, right?
Yes, horrible. Those are horrible movies. So, but my actual least favorite thing is how easy April accepts the Turtles. Since I already touched on all the mutants, which again, I don't think they should have had. They didn't have to use Shredder, but they didn't have to use them all. But in the original movie, April O'Neil passes out and screams when she wakes up when she sees the Turtles. I mean, they're fucking real large turtles. In this movie, she's like, oh my God.
You help me get my
let's go pizza. Like, what? And so one of my favorite lines in the original movie is when April actually wakes up and she's like, why don't I ever dream of Harrison Ford? And you're like, oh, I get it. She's freaked out, and now she's like trying to come to some humorous reason why she's encountering a rat and turtles. And this one, it was like, oh, it's no big deal. I accept you already, even though it'd scare the fuck out of me if I saw that. So I thought it was kind of goofy that whole thing was almost glossed over just to carry the plot over so we don't even think about it because the runtime was kind of longer. So I will at least say that it gets better when they do eat pizza with each other. But I didn't like how they got there.
Yeah, it was a pretty easy, like, oh, you helped me get my scooter back. I like you.
Yeah, that's not in any story. That's not how it goes. Like, so. Anyways, I'm nitpicking, but Dave's is more of what echoes in the. I just like the movie itself. I thought it was enjoyable. That's why I'm not trying to pick on those things, but they're obvious glares. So next category, I am excited about because Dave also mentioned one of the best things about it is the songs or the score scene. So we've got favorite song moment or score scene.
No.
Eric's going first.
Yeah,
Don't steal anything.
No,
Eric, go first.
It's when they play Go Ninja Go in the car.
Oh, nice. Dave?
No, let everybody else go.
Fine. John?
I have a few.
All right, go for it. Go.
Let
name one.
everybody else go. No.
All right, fine. John?
No.
Fine. I'll go. So, I think my favorite score part. So I have an answer for both. So my favorite score part is after they watch Ferris Bueller and they're walking back to the lair with their heads down.
Yeah,
and you hear that slow synth pop.
Yep.
From like that really resonates. I love that kind of sound. It's one of my favorite types. It reminds me of like Drive.
Yep.
Or a sad 80s movie.
Yep.
I love that.
Guys, let's go.
So that was cool that was in my head from a sound perspective. But it has to be my favorite actual song or from this movie is Can I Kick It as they roll into high school at the end.
Do I what? No.
Guys! Hey, I'm so happy you made it.
Throwing a Tribe Called Quest at the end with that song, which I also have a shirt of, though we apparently debunked that and said it was just Nike soccer shirt, which sucks. But I will call it my Tribe Called Quest shirt. So that was my favorite scene. Daniel?
My favorite was the puke scene when Natasha Bedingfield's Unwritten plays.
Hilarious. It's a great way to throw up, right?
Yeah. It just caught me off guard that they started playing that as she started projectile vomiting all over the desk.
I love how that's John's favorite part.
The song playing, but yeah, it was totally ironic for what was happening on screen.
Right. So what is your favorite part, John, song wise?
I don't want to take Dave's, so
You're not gonna take it because all your guys' picks are mid.
Oh,
okay.
Dave, I drew you a picture today.
So, all right, I'll go with my number one still on the board is De La Soul's I Know, where
nice.
Shredder's like it's weird when we became a family. And that plays while they have like a montage of family bonding. But the song, I guess, is like a love song. Anyway.
Nice.
Tomato,
it's a good one.
Tomato, same vibe.
It's a good one. All right, Dave.
All right, the top two songs and moments with those songs in this movie is when No Diggity is playing whenever they're kicking ass during the montage.
I like the way you work it, No Diggity. I like the way you work it. No diggity.
That is a really good montage.
And then number 1 is when Four Non-Blondes is playing whenever they're stealing the van back, and it hits right as Donatello pushes the stick into the brake, and they go launching out of the car.
Mondo Gecko singing it in air.
Going,
and he's like, I'm sorry.
There were a lot of good songs.
So Dave,
there were a lot of good songs, but those were the 2 best moments that tied in with the song.
No Diggity, I was thinking of. Yeah, I was thinking of No Diggity.
I just went to because I thought you were going to take De La Soul.
No, the De La Soul part definitely caught me, and I love that song.
Except it was mid.
It was mid for that moment.
So
all y'all's picks were mid.
I thought you were going to go with Wu-Tang when they walk into the bowling alley.
That was another good one. But again,
I thought you were going to say that.
It wasn't enough.
Oh.
whenever the song hit, the Four Non-Blondes, whenever that song hits, whenever he hits the brake pedal, it's so good.
It is. It is. All right, next category we've got Who Won the Movie? Let's go with Eric. Who won the movie?
Mondo Gecko.
Eric again. Eric went first last time.
It's Mondo Gecko.
You're just favoriting Eric.
It's Mondo Gecko.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just liked him the most. Because he was
just like how Matt likes you the most.
Yeah, exactly. There's a thing going on. Triangle. Hold on. Triangle.
Who would you cast as that one? Who would you cast?
There you go.
This, and then this is the way you guys go to make a triangle.
I went like this.
Going like that.
That's a diamond.
This is
dumb fuck.
No, that's a diamond.
This is how I do a triangle. Is it like, wait, does that work?
What's that look like?
All right, Dave. Since you're my second favorite, why don't you go next?
I don't remember what the question was.
Who won the
movie? Oh, the art people.
Nice. Nice.
I can't remember what it's
the
actually called. The
artists,
illustrators,
art supervisor.
Well, no, because it
illustrators.
I looked it up.
No, the art people.
Butt coffins.
No.
All right, Daniel.
Because it was computer animated.
Ooh,
graphic designers.
If y'all would just give me a minute here.
Wait, hold on.
Visual effects animation. I got it.
Animator.
Well, that's probably the studio that did it.
Yeah, it was.
They won. They won.
The art people.
Yeah, John, since I like John the least, he's going last. So Daniel, you can go next.
What do you call him, Eric?
I don't have anything.
Eric, what do you call him?
The art
I would
people.
say illustrators. But anyways, Daniel?
Haters?
I said the Turtles won this movie. Both in the literal sense of like they were accepted and became heroes.
Okay. Cool.
And then also in the fact that like this is the first good Turtles like
in a while.
Media in a little while. Like this is the first one. This is the first one that's gotten into the cultural zeitgeist at all.
It has.
There's a sequel lined up and a Paramount Plus series spinning off of this.
Yeah, I'm pumped for that.
With Seth Rogen still attached to it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I'm glad that he is. I think this is probably like a dream. I mean, he probably grew up the way we did, wanting to do something with this. So It's pretty awesome, and I think he'll do a good job with it. But
I get to write the turtles.
John, who won the
Is
movie
that your
for
Seth
you?
Rogen? Or is
Yeah,
that
it's
your...
bad. It's bad.
It's better
pretty
than
bad.
his Joe Dirt.
It is pretty bad.
I'll say the voice actors of the Turtles.
Oh yeah,
That really created a lot of the authenticity you guys are talking about because they were teenagers, especially Donatello. I don't know how old that kid is, but he doesn't.
they're not old.
old. Sounds
No, yeah,
preteen is what he sounds like. But those are my winners.
nice. They're not old, and they're not Corey Feldman, who was a voice in the original.
No.
So I said Splinter, and yes, while he might be characterized as old, I still think he won because he found his place in the world when he met the Turtles. He did such a good job of raising 4 different personalities into ninja-trained, outstanding citizens that get accepted into the universe or the school or wherever they are. He kind of put them in there and did a really good job of raising some random crazy-ass kids. So I think he won.
What a wholesome answer.
Father.
I am your father.
And he was played by Jackie Chan.
And he was played by Jackie Chan, which is the first Jackie Chan movie we've done. Sorry, Rush Hour.
Yeah.
You answered that question like we're watching Good Will Hunting.
This is my Good Will Hunting. Turtles is my shit.
That was one of the most heartfelt things I've ever heard you say, and it was for the goddamn Ninja Turtles movie.
A street rat.
It was for Jackie Chan playing Splinter.
Don't worry, I might have a few more sentimental.
Oh my god!
All right.
I'm not gonna be able to get through this, guys.
I got a few more.
Added to his voice for this, I just thought that was fun listening to him, like, play up his accent. Like, it's weird. You're used to him speaking English, pretty much perfectly.
Funny Batman. I wanted a clip of that, him saying. All right, next category. We've got, does this movie get made now? Well,
it just came
I think
out.
this is an easy one.
Yeah.
Usually we do a movie from 30, 20, some time ago. This was not one of those. So yes, this movie is an easy yes.
Yeah.
They did it.
They did it.
They
We'll
did it.
see.
Sequel's already greenlit. Yep.
They're currently in that process.
Yeah, so yes, this movie just got made. Next category we've got favorite line from the movie. All right, John, you can rebound that basketball and go first.
Sign my baby!
Yes.
Them turtles are all right.
Find my baby!
Nice. Daniel?
I would love to have a champagne lunch with Tom Brady.
He's great. That guy's the goat of all time.
To have a champagne brunch with Tom Brady.
Guy Fieri seems like a fun hang.
That's a good one. Dave?
Mine will be Cowabunga.
All right, fine. Good answer. That is a good one. Eric?
My favorite line was I kind of don't want to murder everyone on Earth. I kind of just want to sing.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Yes.
Kind of don't want to murder everyone on Earth, and I just kind of want to sing.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yes.
I love whenever they first go into the school and Michelangelo is wanting to sign up for the thing, and he goes, "Wait, they want a last name.
Yeah.
What's our last name?"
What's our last name?
Donatello goes, "Who are we?"
Yeah.
They need a last name. Wait, what's our last name?
I've never thought about that, actually. I don't know.
Do we not have last names?
Oh, who are we?
Which is a great, teen thought. Who am I?
And then they bust on Leonardo for being named Leo Nardo.
I'm gonna keep looking for this line.
Yeah, I'll go. So there's no line as good as "Forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for a late pizza." Not gonna beat that. It's so true.
That's good. Yeah.
There's definitely some funny ones that you guys talked about, but I'll get a little more heartfelt for Dave here. I like the Master Splinter's talking to his kids, and he's like, "My son Michelangelo, you have heart. Donatello, you have wisdom. Raphael, you have bravery. And Leonardo, honor." It's not as good as the original movie, where Splinter sits Raphael down after a night of rage and a nice altercation with Casey Jones, and Splinter says, "You are unique among my brothers, your brothers, for you choose to face your enemy alone." But I do like the sentimental fact that Splinter acknowledges that these guys are all different and they all have personalities that can shine together in order to face crime and fight evil. And that is a very big theme in the Turtles world, is having these different personalities. And just to hear him acknowledge it anytime he says that, or any movie, that is one of my favorite things to hear about the Turtles. Dave?
What do you want from me? I already gave mine.
Cowabunga!
Oh,
Speaking of them not feeling like they're teenagers,
let's kick shell.
In the first movie, when fucking Raphael, when you're saying he goes and like encounters Casey Jones, he's in a fucking trench coat and a goddamn, like fedora,
and he goes and sees critters.
Yeah, what teenager is wearing that?
Yeah, one that doesn't want to be caught. But yeah, you're right.
Brings a gun to school.
Possibly, yes. Unfortunately.
And next we've got most likely to be the off-screen drunk. So I'll take Baxter Stockman for 200, Alex. Poor guy had a bunch of random insects and bugs for friends. He was definitely drinking some beers alone in that one-room shack of his.
I had a different answer, but that's a really good one. Yeah, I just want to go with that one now.
What was your answer?
My answer was Mondo Gecko, just because he wants to have a good time, man.
I could see that dude slamming a beer and then trying a kickflip or something.
Hell yeah, you could.
At one point, and one of the turtles asked him, "Are you good to drive?"
I think he just says no.
Yeah.
And then he drives. Right. Yeah.
Daniel?
I have Bebop, because as when they're bringing the pizzas in the bowling alley, he just grabs whatever bottle's on top of the pizzas and just starts slamming it.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's also a good answer.
He has nipple piercings, nose piercings, ear piercings. I'm betting that dude likes to get fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He likes to party.
Yeah.
Did they
Speaking
just
of
show off
Party
his
John?
nipples?
Party John, you want to go?
Yeah, my answer will be the generic Michelangelo, because he's a part.
He is a party machine. Yeah, he is a party machine. That's true.
Let's see, Dave, you're up.
Most likely to be the off-camera drunk.
Oh yeah, Bebop and Rocksteady for sure.
Yeah, easy answer there.
Yeah, the dudes love to party, man.
Yeah,
their names are Bebop and Rocksteady.
They don't know anything else.
They run the beer pong table all night.
Yeah, they're like
That's gonna be my name.
Cody and Bogey on a beer pong table.
Yep.
All right, next category we've got casting our friends. Does anybody want to go first?
I'll go first.
I'll go first.
Okay, Daniel can go first.
Okay.
Don't let Daniel go first.
Okay, Eric can go first.
Yeah, but when I go first, Dave gets mad at me.
Okay, I'll go first then.
Okay.
For my cast, I have Raphael as David, because David's the angriest person I may have ever met. Just a little fireball. For Mikey,
I've never been angry in my entire life.
for Mikey, I have John, because he's our party animal. He's our party dude. He's our comic relief. He's all of the above. For Donatello, I have Eric, because he's our tech man.
Techie turtle.
He's calling you a fucking nerd.
I understand. Yeah. I'm not disputing that fact.
And you like purple.
Purple's cool.
Yeah, it's your background.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look over there.
Oh. Did that on purpose.
On purples.
Oh.
Sorry, Daniel. I didn't mean to steal your thunder there.
Go ahead.
No, I've just never been madder at a joke.
Who's Raphael?
Now I'm Raphael. For Leonardo, I picked Matt because he's our fearless leader, leading us into new frontiers. And then for Splinter, I have me because I give advice that often falls upon deaf ears. And then I have...
That's fair.
Yeah. I have Shredder. For Shredder, I have Cody because he's a mystery to our listeners.
And he is going to love that cast. Or casting. He is going to absolutely love that. 100%. Very well done. Eric, since you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. I had Mondo Gecko as Dave because of skateboarding. I had Leo as Kevin because, rules.
Just rules. Kevin does love rules.
You gotta do it. You gotta do the rules.
That's not me. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I cast Cody as Cynthia because if anyone was to create a mutant army, it would be him. Ray Fillet is John, and Ray Fillet is the guy that doesn't want to kill anyone. He just wants to sing. I thought that was kind of John. Daniel is Donatello because he's a nerd who reads comics.
That's fair.
Bogey is Raphael because he's got a temper. I'm Michelangelo because he's my favorite, and I usually make jokes and I'm not serious about anything. And that's my casting.
Nice.
Eric called Daniel a nerd, and Daniel called him.
It's a draw. Yep. We're both nerds.
Dave, what about you?
I casted the entire villainous bunch that just turned heel and became good. They're all Daniel. Because it was the ultimate heel turn, except it was the ultimate face turn.
The allegiance just switching on a dime.
Yeah. I mean, you can't go one way without going back the other way, so you can go back the heel way. So yeah, that's a good one.
That's all I wanted to cast.
You did it right, my friend.
John?
I didn't have a full casting, really. I didn't come up with much. I liked the organic one of Cody and Bogey as Bebop and Rocksteady. I think Matt is Splinter, because he's Dad.
Daddy Matt.
Yep.
Baby Turtles, showing way. Yeah, I don't have much beyond that.
All right.
What'd you have, Matt?
Yeah, let's see. So I didn't come up with this, but I'm going to evolve your answer as Cynthia as Cody because he's definitely going to call on Shredder for this movie because that's what he wanted.
Yeah.
So we will give him the person who wanted to be or wanted to bring Shredder into this. I said Dave would be Michelangelo because of the skateboards, and as the song goes, he's a party dude. I said, speaking of party dudes, my favorite and easiest casting for this is John being a carbon copy of Mondo Gecko.
He was the first one to cast as Mondo Gecko, but then Mondo skateboarded and it fucked my whole list up.
I know. But he's carefree and he just wants to chill and party. So, like, Michelangelo has a duty and has some, like...
duty.
Meaning, or not meaning, but has a direction he's supposed to go in. Mondo Gecko's this carefree... playing disc golf every night, you know? It's got that vibe that we all love. So
he loses his tail and just goes, it grows back, dude.
Literally, I could see John saying that. So I love it. And he's a great character.
Yeah.
I said Daniel is Donatello, so I think I break the tie in saying he gives off nerdy vibes.
Donatello.
I'm the nerd, Eric. Suck it.
No. I want to be the nerd.
I said Kelly was April O'Neil, quiet and shy, but give her the chance and she'll shine in a pressure spot like a live stage performance.
Yeah, right.
Pretty
after
obvious.
she pukes.
She might do that. She's not as bad as Brad. I guess Brad could have been April O'Neil too, but
they can tackle the part together.
Yeah, but she'll make a star out of something like that. I wanted to cast myself as Rocksteady. You know why? Anybody know who voiced Rocksteady?
John Cena.
John Cena. But it didn't make any sense other than being John Cena. So I casted myself as Raphael because he's my favorite. So that doesn't count. But also, he does have some rage in him, which I think I do. We can see it sometimes, very rarely. But also like to take things into my own hands and do everything on my own when sometimes that's not always the best case. So I don't think I'm the rule guy with like Leonardo, but I went with Raphael.
We never use this can crusher at 4 a.m.
True. And that's my list.
Well done, everyone. I like those.
Yeah. Yeah. They'd be happier, Michelangelo. Angelo.
I'm always smiling.
So now we finish with 2 easier ones in this case, I think. It won't be much, but we finish with our podium moments. So first we have, is this a podium role for any of the top billed members, cast members? No. I think it's going to be an echoing, thanks Dave, no. So I'll kind of lead into this, but we have 5 kids, right? The Turtles, played by Nicholas Cantu, Micah Abbey, Shaman Brown Jr., Brady Noon, and Ayo Edebiri. All yeses.
Yeah.
Right? Because I looked them all up, and they're really not in much. One kid's in Grey's Anatomy, one kid's in another show like Grey's Anatomy. I mean, there's not much, so those are yeses. And then obviously, we kind of already touched on all the other. Dave kind of just name dropped everyone, so it took that answer out of it. But they're all no's. Maya Rudolph, all those people are all no's. The one question I have, what about Ice Cube?
No.
For real? So I'm not saying yes or no, but name me the 3 movies, and Friday and Next Friday are the same in our conversation.
No, they're not the same.
They are for this purpose.
It's the same character.
It's the same character.
They're different movies.
Not how we usually do this.
All of those movies are better than this.
Not Friday After Next.
The fuck? Yeah, it was.
No way.
Yeah.
Friday After Next?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, I actually said it was one of his best movies. I would say this, Friday, and probably
If you don't say Anaconda, I'm gonna be pissed.
I did not say.
If you don't say All About the Benjamins, I'm gonna be pissed.
No, you know what? Sorry, I kind of blanked there. Boys in the Hood.
Yeah, critically, probably be on his podium.
All right, so
Anaconda,
right there,
he did
Friday.
Yeah.
All About the Benjamins.
I didn't care for that one as much.
Oh, that movie's hilarious.
It's not bad, but he's sweet.
Mike Epps rapping the lottery ticket numbers.
You mean Cousin Day Day in another movie I saw that was very similar?
Don't be a hater.
You're being the hater, David.
Hey. I'm not being a hater. I'm just not going to I'm not going to podium Ice Cube for a voice acting role.
That's fair.
I'm not going to do it.
All right. I just think he's a good villain in this.
Voice acting.
I think he was great in Anaconda, so suck it.
And I would have given you maybe Barbershop, the first one. Barbershop's good.
All About the Benjamins was better than Barbershop.
Is
what, John?
Friday's my favorite of his.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody's going to dispute Friday. Friday is gold standard in comedies. Yeah, exactly.
Chef's kiss, baby.
Yeah, there's no disputing that first Friday. And even next Friday is great, too, in our world. I mean, again, Mike Epps and him and that are just... And what's his name? Stewart. They're all so good. So, no, other than that, there's no one even close. Maybe Post Malone, how many movies has he been in? Possibly put... Maybe as Ray Fillet. So
you have my favorite line, so maybe.
Yeah. So we end with, does this movie podium in 2023? Now, again, this is kind of a challenging one because we've been so busy watching older movies that I'm sure we haven't watched enough new movies.
I'm going to say yes.
I was going to say, does anybody want to take a first stab? Eric
I will
says
say yes because I don't know what the fuck has come out this year.
I know.
And I've only watched this movie that's from this year.
Right. Daniel?
It really depends on, do I think this is better than the Super Mario Brothers movie?
Ooh.
I think it is. So I think I'm going to go... TMNT, Mutant Mayhem. I'm going to go Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and I'm going to go with Oppenheimer as number 1.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Okay.
Not surprising.
Super Mario didn't even make your podium.
Wow.
Okay.
That's why it was either that or Turtles was for number 3.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Eric, did you have a list there? Or?
It is Mutant Mayhem, and then 2 and 3 are vacant.
Nice. John?
Don't know.
Nice,
so
John.
I've only seen.
We've been busy.
2023. I'll put Oppenheimer ahead on top because the other two are animated. It's not that I don't like animated, but I just like, I guess I don't like them as much as regular live action movies. And I guess I'll put Mario Brothers at 2 and this at 3 because I had more of a click with Mario Brothers.
Nice. Dave?
No. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it either?
I haven't seen any of these, but I know they're better.
Oh, man. Who's hating on
this? This podium is a farce. I haven't seen it.
Oppenheimer. And John Wick 4.
Yeah, I bet John Wick 4 is kick-ass. I haven't seen it.
Did anyone see Barbie?
No, and I was going to say...
shit! I did!
Oh, you did?
Yes! Okay, so that's on my podium.
As number 2?
I'll flip them. Barbie's best. Barbie's number one.
Wow.
This is number 2.
Wow. I was going to applaud us for not having Barbie on here.
Oh, sorry. I fucked it up.
I haven't seen it, so I can't say anything, though.
Barbie better than Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, once you get a... Yeah. Exactly. So, I haven't seen that many either. I just listed what I've seen, and it's not very... I went through all of these, and it was Elemental, Oppenheimer, Mario, Guardians 3, this, and Creed 3. That's it, I think.
I forgot.
So, you didn't even get to see Oppenheimer?
No, I said Oppenheimer.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I did see that.
Okay.
I would say Super Mario was number 1 for me.
Nice.
Just the way it plays out and all of the references and everything, they really, really did a really good job of making that fun and easy to watch, but still more of a plot than this.
I want to see it really bad.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah, it's really good. It's on Peacock.
Yeah. Well, Julie and I went over to our niece and nephews when we were watching them one night, and with the plan of like, hey, we're going to watch this movie. We got there, and both of them were like, we don't want to watch this movie. And I've never been more mad at a kid in my life.
Watch this movie.
I want to watch this movie, damn it. Instead, we play video games.
Yeah, well, nothing wrong with that.
No,
I
guess not.
So I would say number 2 for me was Oppenheimer. Though I've watched this one already more times than Oppenheimer because it is a one and done. I liked it, but don't need to see it more than once.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. That Oppenheimer is the sort of movie that you see once, you're like, I'm glad I saw it, I had a good time, and I never want to go through that again.
Yeah, now I need to take a 12-hour nap. Sleep. That was exhausting.
My first impulse was, I want to watch Nolan's Batman trilogy.
Yeah, for sure. Or even Interstellar. But my number 3 was this movie.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a fun watch. It's entertaining. It's probably not as good as some of the other movies this year, but I just haven't seen them, so I can't say that. And I didn't like Elemental. There's my hot take. I thought it was boring as shit.
I thought the Spider-Man sequel was left a lot to be desired.
Ooh.
That's the one with all the different Spider-Man, right?
Yes.
I didn't like how that one ended.
Yes.
Hey, no spoilers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm with Daniel. I didn't like how that one ended because just
interesting. I mean, I heard a little bit about it, but yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Spider-Man dies in the end.
Oh shit!
He doesn't.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Homecoming. Death.
I'm starting to reference comics here. Oh god. All right, guys. Anything else?
I think we covered it.
Yeah, I think we did. Dave.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning into our show. Please like and subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also follow us on your favorite social media platforms for clips, updates, and opportunities to vote on a movie we watch. Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Everybody.
Bye, everybody.